I.
That's how you're starting this?
That's how I'm starting. I'm a constipated
Lord
pirate.
have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Yay.
I. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I just made some orange chicken and it was delightful.
Oh, that's what that was. You sent a lovely picture. I just couldn't tell. So you went with grilled orange chicken?
No, Instapot.
No, meaning like it's not breaded.
No.
That's cool. You got the sesame seeds going.
Got the sesame
That's
seeds
some
going.
fine dining.
Got the rice going.
Mm-hmm.
In the rice cooker. Dude, it's pretty lit.
Lit.
Lit. That is for sure. All right. Just introduce yourself already because I'm pretty sure everybody recognizes this lovely voice.
Round 3, bitches. It's me. I'm back. He couldn't keep me out. And I bribed the other guests to get off the show so I could come on the show this time. Happy to be here.
Patrick
I didn't introduce
Beatty.
myself. Just like, yep, it's me. You'll already know.
Yeah, this is kind of going to be a filler episode. No real reason to it, but life has been busy, and I just feel like we all deserve a good break after this week because it's been emotional to say the least.
It's been a trying week for everyone. Everybody can agree that there's been some points that are shit showy, especially this week.
Yeah. So we're taking it easy, and we're going to celebrate this month because it is officially, at the time of recording, October 1st.
Yes. I don't have any horror stuff. I guess this works. That's super Halloween-ish. Maybe this is in it.
Somebody getting probed by aliens.
Yeah. Oh, that could work. Yes. Before we do the Halloween stuff, though, I want to know, what do you think about the electro casting or recasting?
The what?
Not to segue completely away from Halloween, but what do you think about Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro?
As Electra?
Electro.
Oh, Jamie Foxx. Oh. I thought you were talking about Jamie Lee Curtis.
I'm talking about young Jimmy Foxx.
I know. I'm like,
young
wait,
Jimmy boy. He's out playing Electro.
So correct me if I'm wrong. The last time we saw him was in Amazing Spider-Man 2, correct? With Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
So does that mean like they're going to be connected?
Well, I think it, if anything, confirms the fact that they're going to have multiple universes in this film. That it's going to be a multiverse film. Or a Spider-Verse, I guess you should say.
I don't know.
We've talked about it. Like, there has been that possibility ever since Into the Spider-Verse came out.
Yeah,
I find it interesting that they're going with Electro, though.
Yeah, with the Spider-Verse, I kind of wanted that to be its own thing because it was so fun being animated. And it feels like it's almost cheating trying to include that into the whole MCU because it's the most different of all of them,
Yeah.
But I mean, if he's, I like Jimmy Foxx personally, so I remember not liking the second Spider-Man as much as the first one, but I do think.
Did you like his performance?
I did. I think he was kind of undercut. I think they directed him very weird. Didn't show his true talent.
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Time to blow out my candles. If they don't even have that line, it'll already be better. Like, I don't think that he has necessarily a hill to climb up to like win fans' affection. Yeah. I just think people need a trailer. Like, one trailer, show everybody that this is still a different Electro. He might get the official old school suit,
What's the old? I don't know anything about Electro.
It's kind of like a yellow and orange. I think it's yellow and orange. No, yellow and green. Hold on.
So is he Is he a villain then? Like, is he a super villain in the?
Yeah, he's a part of the Sinister Six, which is what they've been
Oh.
teasing for such a long time. Yeah, he's got lightning bolts kind of across him, and his face is like a lightning bolt stretched out like a star. So it's a little different from what he looked like in Amazing Spider-Man. In Amazing Spider-Man, he was blue.
Yeah, I always compared him to Watchmen's. Was it Dr. Manhattan?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a good comparison.
How do you feel about it? Let's ask that question.
I think it's fine. Like, I really don't believe that there's as big of a fan being upset about this as what we see on Twitter. I think those are mostly people that just want to get a lot of trends by saying something that's a statement, when in the end, it's just like, we're all going to go watch it.
Well, if we're going to talk about sort of breaking news, right, in the film Twitterverse, how do you feel about Borat 2?
Borat 2?
Yeah.
I'm shocked he did it again and it worked. Like, that was the thing that I was watching. I was like, damn, he fooled us again. He did it again. That's so cool.
As one of his most iconic characters.
I know. The thing he was most famous for. And like, sure, people caught him. And I bet they filmed those things in LA or something. Because when they go and do Borat stuff, which is so funny, like the Midwest, if anybody should be on to him, it should be the Midwest. But no, he's apparently staying at a cabin with people, like bunkering down for COVID. Like, it's insane. I love it.
I don't think they planned the COVID part, you know, like it's interesting.
Do you think the jokes will still be as translatable as they were back in 2000? What was it? 6, 7?
3, I think.
Oh, 2003.
Was it 2003?
We should know. We've been doing these stupid things.
2006. You were correct.
I knew it.
You were correct. I don't know, because at 2006, it came out around sort of a sensitive time with, you know, the Iraq war and all that stuff. And now it's coming out again around another sensitive time. And they're pushing it before the election, which I think is interesting. So I wonder if it's going to tie it into the politics that we relate to today. So,
well, that's my thing, because like people are very different from what 2006 is. Like, a lot of people are a lot less tolerable of any type of joke, whether its intention is to poke fun at it in an interesting way or not. Like, Borat had so many like really triggering shit, and I can only imagine he got worse with this. Like, it's just twice as much.
Yeah. Well, and plus, if you remember, was it Showtime that had his show where he would still fool some people?
It was the Made in America something. Who is America?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Well, and like, he still got people on. He got some famous senators on that one, like fooling them. So I'm curious because there's a part in the trailer, for those who haven't seen it, where he dresses up as a certain leader and goes
leader.
Yeah. And then it looks like him too, from like quick shots, you know, and it looks like he actually did it at a rally, but like you would think we'd be hearing about that on news articles. I don't remember hearing anything about that.
I remember that. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that. No.
Yeah, nobody knew who it was. They were just like, someone showed up at a Mike Pence rally and got moved, but it wasn't a huge story that got picked up. I just remember seeing that somebody went and crashed a Mike Pence rally or whatever.
See, now I bet that's going to be the buildup. I wonder.
Yeah, probably. Well, because the whole title. Did you read what the full title is for this, right?
Yeah, I don't. Do you know it by heart? I don't know it by heart. All I know is it mentions
Mike
Pence and a baby.
Let's see. Oof. Where is it? Borat, gift of pornographic monkey to Vice Premier Mikhail Pence to make benefit recent diminished nation of Kazakhstan. Was that good?
It's pretty good.
That's pretty much what it is. Gift of pornographic monkey to Vice Premier Michael Pence. So pornographic monkeys are going to be involved in this.
And he's going to put some sort of cultural meaning to it. And it's going to just it's going to be the response of the people. Yeah, I'm curious how it's going to be.
Well, because the plot is that Kazakhstan is pissed at him because he made them look bad, and so this is him coming back and like getting one for Kazakhstan. That's what it seems like. Like maybe the gift of a pornographic monkey is some like old Kazakhstanian tradition, then like he's going to do that to basically like say praise to Kazakhstan or something.
Oh, dude. Okay, so according to Wikipedia,
there's a lot you can take from the title.
Well, so according to Wikipedia, there's going to be a fake interview with Rudy Giuliani, where Rudy Giuliani actually called the cops on him.
That's awesome. Oh, I heard he had to wear a bulletproof vest. There are a lot of his scenes.
Probably.
That's so funny. Yeah, I'm in for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I think I don't know if it's going to be as like funny as Bill and Ted per se, but like it's a whole different comedy, you know?
Yeah, very different comedies. I don't think that are you making the comparison because it looks like his daughter is involved in this one?
No. I'm just making the comparison because like when Bill and Ted's trailer dropped, everybody was excited for it, but this one is exciting, but it's not as exciting as Bill and Ted. But I feel like Bill and Ted.
I think this is going to make less money than Bill and Ted.
Probably.
That's a hot take.
But so is it going to be released on Amazon Prime, or is it, or do you have to or rent it? Kind of like how Disney's been trying to push.
Probably is going to be like a rent it situation or not. Who knows? You just don't know anymore, man. Who knows?
Either way, I'm excited, and I really like Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yep.
Just as an overall actor and performer. Like I saw his, I don't know if you saw his short, what do you want to call it, series on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
I'd recommend it. It's really good. I think he plays. He's great at playing dramatic roles as well as these comic roles. So, comedic.
Nice.
He's a comedian. Anyway,
are you happy that I took us way off course with this?
Find a way to tie it back in.
Yeah, Borat's a nightmare to the alt-right, which is a great segue into other nightmares.
Whoa.
Win.
That's a win. Yeah, hey, so it's October 1st. Are you looking forward to watching horror movies in October?
Yeah. Well, how soon do you start watching horror movies? Is it like the first day you have like a monthly calendar that you go through, or is it just when you're in the mood on the weekends?
Kind of when I'm in the mood in the weekends. So
I watched about 3 Exorcist YouTube videos today. I would say three 1 hour long Exorcist videos, and like not good ones. The ones that are like by this 12-year-old in his mom's closet that has an uncharacteristically intelligent sounding British accent as he's doing the documentary narration. You're just like, I'll listen while I do my editing and shit. Have you ever listened to those?
No, dude.
Any BuzzFeed Unsolved shit? You don't watch any of those?
No, I don't. I don't know what that is.
Do you think
enlighten me?
Different of me, knowing that I watch so many serial killer and murderer shit and exorcism stuff? No,
so I don't. So I'm not one to watch true crime stuff. If it's horror based, I don't know. I don't mind. I love slasher flicks. I'm rewatching the Scream series. I'm on the 4th one now, which by the way is the love child of the first one. I will defend it right off the back. But
so do you consider slasher flicks like Zodiac a slasher flick, or Seven kind of? Because those are horror. I'm pretty terrified by them. Like Zodiac has a few scenes that I would definitely describe as suspenseful in a horrific way.
Yeah, but the whole film itself is more thrilling than it is like horrifying, you know?
I'd say there's a subgenre in there.
For sure. And like, I mean, here's the thing too.
David Fincher's a fucked up dude. He likes his serial killers.
Yeah, Mindhunter is a great series.
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl. Do that sex
Seven,
scene with
Zodiac.
yeah.
What else has he done that's weird like that? Yeah, you could probably say Fight Club's got some weird shit like that. Panic Room.
Panic Room is good. I think that's an underrated one of his. Alien 3. He did Alien 3.
Yeah, I watched that 2-3 weeks ago. It's okay. I do get where people are pissed about that because he really just is like any momentum that the Alien 2 film had. He kind of Ryan Johnsoned it. Does that make sense?
No,
where he's like, I'm going to take some of the threads and just throw those in the garbage, and we're going to do my story. When like it's not saying that he doesn't have a good story, but it very much was like you could tell in the screenwriting process he was just like, nah, fuck that, we're not going down that road.
All right, well, let me ask you a question then. What's the first horror movie you remember watching?
Can it be first ever watching? Shit. Two films come to mind, but one is neither a horror film nor an actual film and the other isn't an actual film. Ernest Scared Stupid was probably my first, but that's not a horror film. That's a stupid Ernest film. You ever watch those?
Yeah, I think I saw I saw one. I know for a fact I saw one.
Man, if that guy wasn't a pedophile, I'm just kidding.
What?
Who knows? Any older actor that is doing mainly kid stuff, I do a second take from now on. Just like and it was in the 90s. Ooh, okay.
That's a whole new meaning to Uncle Ernest, huh?
Hey, I'm kidding. That's a joke. Who knows? They do have some fucking trolls in this. Like some real trolls, like Troll 2 level trolls.
Yeah, I think my first one would be Casper.
Casper's good.
It's a spooky film, ghostly and kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. What year did Casper come out?
1996. Correct me if I'm wrong. 97, 96, 95? You're looking it up.
Let's see.
95?
90.
Motherfucker. 95.
Yep. And Ernest was 91. But the other one that I watched was Stephen King. He did a limited series called Rose Red that played on TV. And they'd always play it like just whenever on TNT and stuff. And when you had cable, all you did was watch whatever's on the channel and go through it. Rose Red genuinely terrified me for a very long time. It's about the Winchester house. They've done a film about it recently with Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
But this was a bigger series. It had, it had a couple Disney stars, had Jimmy Simpson, the guy that's one of the McPoyles from It's Always Sunny. He's in Westworld.
Yeah.
Man in Black is in that. And really, it's kind of just a good old fashioned haunted house film that just like the house grows. You can go down a corridor thinking that you've been down it before, but it's a completely different setup. And you have like 50 different rooms that lead to nowhere because the person that built it was crazy. And it's a real house. I don't know if it's been demolished at this point, but
I think it's still there, dude. The Winchester Mystery House.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, no, it's still there. You can actually go there and take tours and stuff. Because it's haunted.
Well, that's another question I guess I could ask. What when it comes to your horror movies preferences, has there been any inclination to want to visit the real stuff? Like really delve into some shit? Like say stay at the hotel from The Shining.
Yeah. I was going to do that.
Would be what I'd be into.
Actually. Yeah, I was going to do that this summer, and then COVID hit. I was going to go stay there with my mom. We were going to take like a train trip with beer and stuff. Yeah, it was supposed to be like a actual getting out of the state, but unforeseen circumstances.
Well, let's see where it looks like they still have some.
Because also, if we're going off that,
you might be able to actually stay there still, though.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that in COVID. Are you fucking kidding me?
But that's like the real horror, man.
Yeah, no, thanks. Dude, no, well, I mean, it depends too, because like, here's another question for you. Do you believe in the paranormal?
Uh,
Like with ghosts and spirits and all that?
I believe that there are a lot of things on this earth that we cannot really be able to understand, or that science or faith hasn't been able to like 100% explain without there being some like enormous gaping holes. But at the same time, there's definitely like, you can't say that someone's experience, if they're like looking you dead in the eyes, being like a ghost touched me or something weird like that, that you can't say that it's not at least valid that something happened. But there's, I mean, going into specifically like what's going to happen to these people, to most of us after COVID, we're all going to be so manic and in crazy when we're done with like being stuck at home all the time. I imagine that most of us will start hearing voices to begin with. And what part of that could be, oh, I see, I have a ghost, or what part of, because we hear a lot of these stories coming back in olden days when it's very like heavy on religion, right? Mm-hmm. And anything that was not of the religious side or something is automatically considered to be demonic or something like that. So you have a lot of situations where it's like, this kid masturbated, he's got a demon in him, and they perform an exorcist on stuff. And maybe the kid realizes, hey, this is my one shot to just cuss out everybody I want. Because that's one thing that's kind of weird. Isn't it strange that on every exorcist movie, anything like that, they're never like saying, you will perish in a flood of blood, but they're like, your mother's a whore, like saying like the most sophomoric insults that like only a kid really could come up with if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody else is saying weird stuff like that, especially not one that's like ancient. Like he knew the C word back in before Christ. I don't know. You could actually rent a spirited room or just a regular room, but they let you rent out the spirited rooms.
Probably for more money, right?
Well, we're gonna find out. This is a part of the show now.
Because here's the thing. So I
could do this on my birthday.
Do it for your birthday, dude. Just do it.
Oh, I picked one night. Let's see.
YOLO.
Confirm dates of stay.
Yeah, Patrick's booking a room at the Stanley Hotel, apparently. Natalie, if you're listening to this, surprise.
Well, I just want to see, are we live?
Oh, we're not live. We're recording.
Oh, cool.
I'm not cutting that out. Fuck that.
Let's see. Stanley Spirited King Room.
Ooh. Ooh.
So it looks like you could do a deluxe king room for $379
for one night,
or a Stanley Spirited king room for $489. So yeah, they do up the price if it's a scary thing. Oh my gosh, dude! Even the way that they're doing the camera works for their video tours is so freaky. Because like they're closing in on the bathtub, and you're just looking at the curtains, like ah.
Nope, I'm good.
Damn. Okay, let's book it.
You really doing it?
No, but it would be really great.
Total
$541. You know, I get paid next week. I wouldn't not do it, and I don't know. Maybe if I said this is what I want for my birthday, and have someone watch Frank the Tank, we could make it work.
Yeah.
But really, where else would you want to go? You want to go to the Amityville house? Do you want to? Have you done a Ouija board?
Oh yeah. Okay. I have a story for that.
You've done a goddamn Ouija board. You're disgusting.
No. Well, I mean, okay. Here's the thing.
You got a demon in you, Chaz.
No. Here's the thing.
That shit doesn't wash out.
Well, no. At my ex-girlfriend's house, she lives in like this creepy ass house where, like, I mean, it's like I don't know. It's an older house. Is all I'm gonna say. And like, she even has like one of those cellars where you have to like kind of go outside and open it up, to go down below. But we were trying to film a horror movie in there, and we made a Ouija board just as a prop. And then she actually started experiencing stuff after that fact.
See, that's the thing. Did she though?
Yeah, dude, that house is creepy as fuck. And here's the thing. So, another place, and I told this on one of my vlogs, but a friend of mine, like my best friend, and I went to this abandoned house that's up in north near Clearfield, Roy area. And we were doing ghost hunts in there with like, actual EVPs and whatever. And we were sitting in the circle in this living room when it was raining and dark and creepy and moldy. And it was just
so creepy. A lot of potential for noises and sounds that are perfectly rational.
Right. No, exactly. So anyways, his girlfriend kept looking behind her and she's like, I think I hear scratching from this room. I'm like, all right, we'll go check it out. There was a fucking pentagram in that room. Your boy booked it. I'm like, yo, you can have all the equipment. I'm going to go wait outside by the car. I don't fuck. And plus they had like Illuminati eyes everywhere. I don't fuck with that shit. Like I don't. You know? So I'm out there waiting for them.
So you believe in like some type of symbology that could bring out bad spirits?
I believe more in like an energetical kind of a thing, like I do believe certain symbols with bad intent can draw certain energies to that area. You know what I mean? So like in the instance though, like the whole night I just kept saying there's nothing outside. And then we actually caught on the EVP somebody mocking me. I have an actual file of that.
Of like laughing?
No, it's saying there's nothing outside, like whispering right after me.
Put it up. Prove it. Pull it up. Well, I'm gonna go for it. Because if we're gonna go, well, let's go,
Okay, dude. Okay.
I should stop sharing my sound so that you can share yours. I'll stop sharing mine.
Let me go.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna talk about some horror films that are good. Okay. That maybe you guys will think are good too. This year specifically, let me just do the review that was gonna happen on a certain day. There's 2 movies that are coming out this weekend that you guys can check out. You can check out one of them in theaters called Possessor. It is insanely good, albeit a little bit unfleshed if you're looking at like a potential for a plot. It's got horrifying imagery. I love some of the practical effects of like skin that's made of wax just melting into liquid form, and like crazy visuals that just kind of the nightmare of seeing a visual and not really understanding what you're looking at kind of makes it even more scary. And then there's a movie called Scare Me that's essentially kind of like 2 people telling campfire stories, 2 writers that are trying to write their novels that sequester themselves into the woods, only to find out that there's no power in each of their cabins. So they meet up. They start having like a battle off between their stories because one of the authors is really, really good, who's played by Stormfront. If you're watching The Boys, she's in this film. And the other guy who's kind of an older author that hasn't really gotten his big break yet. So he's super jealous of her. And it's just telling scary stories to each other. Really not that entertaining, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't recommend it. And then there's also The Invisible Man that came out this year that would be really good.
Yeah. And I guess she's also in another horror film, Shirley, on Hulu, I believe.
Shirley is pretty horrific. Yeah, that's pretty.
I haven't seen it, but I actually had a friend text me last night saying that was kind of horrifying in one part.
I've got such films as the Babadook. It Follows was pretty good. The first Saw is great. Get Out, obviously. Halloween. We see that your background is Halloween.
Michael Myers is my bitch.
Is that the Halloween Kills picture for the next one?
No. This is actually a screenshot from the sequel, if you will.
Gotcha.
The reimagined
Let the
sequel.
Right One In is really good.
Hell yeah.
Or Let Me In, whichever one you'd rather. I really don't have a preference between those 2.
Hereditary. That's
Hereditary.
One of my annual rewatches.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yep.
The Omen. Evil Dead. Poltergeist.
Which Evil Dead are we talking about?
What do you mean? 1981.
The original, okay. Because I think the remake is actually a very solid remake.
I think it's good too.
Yeah.
I think it's good. But it has the same weird thing where suddenly this demon knows the vernacular of a 12-year-old. And it's like, you're a dumb bum. Nah. The Fly.
Kiss me,
Jeff
you
Goldblum.
fucking cunt.
Yeah, right. It's like, you know what it is? It's porn star talk. Like suddenly they're the most filthy porn star you could possibly think of. It's just like, I'm gonna put it in there. They get close to that. Maybe not.
So you're saying if somebody took the audio of like a porn video and like distorted it, it would sound like a horror movie?
What I'm saying is porn is the devil, Chaz.
Oh yeah, stick it in me.
Yep. Do you have it? Did you find it?
The video? Yeah, I did. Let me share
it. Share it. Do it.
Okay.
Show the people at home what it is.
I will. Let me know. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah, let's see this.
Okay. So
I love the title. Vlog 1_2 Hooper House, that's gonna get you all of the views. It actually got quite a bit for that.
130. I mean, for me, that's a lot. I only have 62.
Hey, that's for Gaggle of Geeks. That's a shit ton. I would be talking about that for weeks.
And there's this guy right here who I have no idea who they are, and they're like, "Whoa, I know what this house is." So it's kind of cool.
I went there, and there's no Illuminati eyes or any. Just scroll down. I remember an old spray painted guy that was in the entry boarded up a hallway stage. So they cleaned it up, I guess.
Yeah, because he went in 2017. I went in 2014.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm going to show you. Let's see. Here's the actual sound of the rain, right?
Oh, did you share screen with audio?
Fuck.
Yeah, it has a little checkbox you have to click under. Like you click on share screen, and then there's a checkbox to use computer sound.
Found it. Okay.
Why Zoom does that, I don't know. Can we change that, Zoom? Hashtag change Zoom.
Okay. One more time. You hear that pretty well?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's the atmosphere.
Is this you talking? What are you doing?
Yeah, this is me talking. So we get out of the car. We park. Here's the vlog. Like, it's me telling the story. I'm trying to find the parts, though. So, like, right here is when she finds the safe behind.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
I think Mason's a little creepy.
Okay, I just got a creepy feeling.
He actually found a pentagram. Boom! See? Pentagram.
Where's your footage of this?
I don't
Did you
have
guys not bring you didn't bring a camera for
I
it?
didn't bring a camera, no. Go figure.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what we need to do this month.
I am out.
You don't want to go? Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? Like, okay?
Yeah,
My
I bitched out,
car
dude.
Is open. If,
Is it open?
Yeah, if you want to go all the way out there.
I'll just walk there.
I love how she worded that. Yeah, if you want to go all the way out there.
Yeah.
She's basically saying, you coward.
Yeah, well, and her car was locked, so there's that. So, and then I think it's right towards the very end, like a minute before Mason push stop on the EVP. Mason and Alicia are running out at this point in the EVP. And then you hear Mason say, "Oh shit." And then the next thing you hear is the following EVP.
Oh shit. Here. Oh, you got the headphones? Yeah. Oh, it's attached.
Did you hear it?
He's going to play it again.
I sure as hell did. Now, this is up to debate because it might not be exact again. It sounds like it's mocking. Boom, dude.
There's a little bit of a moan, too. I like it. That comment had it right. Well, I'm proud of you. You got something there.
Yeah, well, and so here's so I try to do a vlog series of all my haunted experiences because I've had quite a few of those experiences you can't really explain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was about my house that I lived in, or the houses I have lived in. And I go into detail about those, but even then, let me pull up that audio because we captured an EVP of a little girl in our house, which I think's fucking creepy, dude.
while you do that.
Boom.
So would you go into a haunted prison?
Yeah. So here's the thing too. So being on film sets, we've actually, Landon and I actually filmed in Asylum 49 all night one night for a film project. And there's quite a creepy experiences in there that I had.
This is in Rawlins, Wyoming. This is where I was raised. I actually, my family has a ton of history with this. Not necessarily with like being in there, you know, like we weren't behind the bars, but we had like my uncle, for instance, was a bishop at the church over in that area.
Yeah,
and he would go in and like basically proselytize and meet with some of the inmates and stuff. My grandparents lived a few blocks down and kind of up on a hillside. And whenever there was a prison breakout, they would typically end up going back behind my grandparents' house and like would be trying to hide out and like keep from the cops coming there. Yeah. It's the first penitentiary in Wyoming. And I'm pretty sure Wyoming didn't really have a lot of good civil rights laws and like making sure that their prisoners are well protected. This is their gas chamber.
Oh, fuck that, dude. That's creepy.
Yeah. We would go in there and have to sit there and like you go in and they sit you in it and then they close it shut and then you just chill in it for a minute. They also had a hanging chamber. These were called the dark cells. At night, it would just be pitch black. And they do night tours. So they would put you in there and then just shut you inside. And you would stay the night. Well, so would you do that?
Yeah, I would. I would actually. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. I enjoy kind of those experiences. I mean, at Asylum 49, for example, when we were shooting there, the owner took me and a few other people in one of their most haunted areas. And we actually heard ruffling in this room that sounded like it was charging after us, which is creepy as fuck, by the way.
Yeah.
And there's another room where basically they had somebody stand in the middle of the room and they're like, if you're here, please let it be known. And like, no joke, man, like I was standing behind the person that was standing there and there's 3 other people by me. And we all saw like a hand imprint itself on the shirt, like the shape of the hand. It's just, yeah, it's stuff. That's you can't. Yeah. Well, and then like I was talking on the phone late at night there too, you know, and I kept getting this feeling somebody's behind me. And every time I looked, like it felt like there's some sort of somebody charging up on you. It's creepy as fuck.
What is happening behind you, dude?
Stop. Your
green screen is going nuts. What? Like it keeps putting like a little circle to the right of you. I'm not sure why it keeps doing. No, you can't see it now, but
shut up.
No, for some reason, like a face just kind of pops up on like the black part of that thing. I don't know.
Dude, you're so full of shit.
Oh shit. You just cut out a little bit. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude.
Did you find the thing?
Yeah, I did. I'm turning that off. Okay.
That freaked you out. Well, now I could definitely see if there's going to be something.
Ooh.
Oh, your plant just moved, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, bro, did you see that, bro? I'm imagining that's what a young Chaz is like going through these. Dude. Come on, bro.
I have it pulled up right here, okay?
Oh. You got sleep for 3 days, my baby. One time. Sorry. Horrible.
All right, here we go. Ready?
New house is haunted. This is your new house?
This is my old house and my new house. It was like the intro to the vlog series I was trying to do. Hence, it was like season 1, episode 1. Didn't take off at all. But pitch to really bring out the voice that we heard. There are 2 possible things that had to raise the pitch to really bring out.
Very Casey Neistat like in your
2 possible things that this clip says.
I like it.
Use the energy that you have to.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Nice.
So yeah, dude. I have.
Okay, now your light's definitely flickering. The one at the bottom did flicker. People that watch this will comment that backlight did The one kind of lower. Yeah. It's oof. Yeah, that did a little bit. You're just gonna take it out? What if it's so hot it burns you? Like the devil you are.
No.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Fuck
Yeah,
me.
those kind of
Fuck
things
me.
like that just sounds like foreplay in a lot of ways. In
Dude,
many cases.
I think so a lot of people, when they talk about The Exorcist, they talk about the head spinning around and throwing up being like one of the most terrifying things, right? For me, it was actually when she was kind of jabbing the cross up her hoo-ha and was saying "fuck me" over and over again. Because
I'm gonna tell you something. I've not seen this film.
You haven't seen The Exorcist?
Mm-mm. I've seen just about everyone. Here's why I haven't been getting into it. For some reason, I cannot get past how slow the beginning is. I have fallen asleep every time.
Dude, you should watch it.
I do. That's what I'm saying. I keep attempting and it keeps not working because I'm like, I want to watch this at night so I can get scared. And then they just take way too damn long to get to the parts and I fall asleep before it happens. Okay. And I'll wake up suddenly to like, and I'll just go, just turn off the TV.
Well, okay, I have a story for you, but it has to be off the mics.
I can't be the only one that thinks that it's a slow build, right?
No, it's a slow build. But I have a story for you with that movie, with being scared and stuff. But I will be off the mics because of stuff. But
you're gonna show me your thing.
What thing?
You know, is that why it's off camera?
Yeah, I'm secretly voting for Trump.
Stand up. Prove.
I have The Exorcist tatted on my dick.
Oh boy, I have a Pentecost all around the ring of my anus.
Dude, that's disturbing.
I would be, but some people do that, you know? You got to have a hobby. You always need to have a hobby.
Okay, tying this back into what we were talking about before.
What were we talking about before?
Just like haunted locations, you know? So like we were talking about the Stanley Hotel. We're talking about that penitentiary, Asylum 49. Like
the Amityville house.
Amityville, yeah. Like, would you go to there?
Yeah. I mean, because that one's a lot more of like, I don't know. Do you think that was possession or do you think the dad just went nuts?
I actually don't know. I'm open to both, honestly. It makes for a fun, horrifying story. When
Isn't the Poltergeist house real as well?
I don't know about that.
I think it is. Let's see. Because I'm kind of looking in to see which ones have been. 6 horror movies inspired by real stories. Oh, do you know what would be a really cool place to go to?
What?
Would be, let's see, going to the place where Nosferatu was conceived. So like literally going
the movie
into Europe. Yeah.
I think it was made in Germany, wasn't
it? It's a European folk belief.
Nosferatu?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that okay, now here's a question. Is that based off Dracula or was Dracula based off that?
I don't know. Maybe a little of both.
Because I know, so like, I think Bram Stoker, if I'm not mistaken, is Irish, but I know Nosferatu, the movie itself, was German Expressionism, like in that era. Mm-hmm. So I believe it was made in Germany, right? Possibly.
Here's a good one. I think, I don't know. They're just saying European. I'm assuming they would probably say something specific if it was, because you would think Transylvania, wouldn't you?
Right. Yeah.
Would you go in Ed and Lorraine's museum and stay the night?
No.
Ed and Lorraine Warren's?
Absolutely not.
No, you wouldn't snuggle up with an Annabelle doll?
No, The Conjuring is actually one of the movies that have terrified me.
Oh yeah, my wife, so when we first started dating, she would not watch any horror film at all. I've gotten her to a point now where she knows what type of horror she likes and what horror she doesn't. But back then it was just across the board. I hate horror films. So I had to sweeten the pot. I had to lie to her to get her to watch stuff. So here we are. I'm putting in Insidious and she's like, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh, it's something, it's about music. I think you'll like it."
Oh, you fucking dick.
And yeah, It took her a minute to realize what was happening, but when she did, yeah, it was fun.
Well, Insidious has like one of the best scares, I think, in modern horror.
They really broke past the whole "that's Darth Maul" type thing.
Yeah. Wait, what?
That dude looks just like Darth Maul, the demon in that.
Okay, sure, whatever. But like when they first show him like at the kitchen table in broad daylight
Behind her,
yeah,
just
like wait, what the fuck? Did you not jump?
I loved it.
Yeah, I jumped during that.
The thing that freaked me out more was when they went into the spirit realm for the first time, and he moved something, and like suddenly they were all up on him, and they were like, and then it would do a quick cut, and they'd be like a really creepy smile, like immediately. That kind of shit I don't like. I don't like old timey photos for that specific reason. I have big problems with them. They all look like they're murderers. Nobody looks clean. I've not seen one old black and white photo where I'm like, that guy has lots of bodies under his house. That guy or girl.
Well, it's interesting. I think it's because photography back then was so harsh. Like the process of getting photos done was so harsh. But like, what's another thing in horror films you don't like then? That's kind of
like their tropes.
No, not necessarily tropes. So like, kind of like that, like you're saying, like the photographs, right? And like that, how that scene kind of affected you with the cutting of them finally or suddenly smiling, right?
Yeah.
What are other
anything that's out of the ordinary, anything that's uncharacteristic to what real life is, those are like some of the coolest parts of horror film. And that's why you go to it. You go to the same reason to a horror film, the same reason you go on a roller coaster. Like you intentionally want to make yourself be anxious, be stressed, be uncomfortable, but in a safe environment where you know nothing bad can hit you. But if a horror film does its job well, you forget about that and you're still just as terrified after the film. And I think there's so many. One of the best parts about seeing a horror film in the theater is the drive home, because it is terrifying to drive home from a horror movie. No, you're always looking at the back, like when it's dark.
So actually,
whoever you're with, you start talking. You don't want to talk about it, maybe because like.
Well, the last movie that actually got under my skin like that was Hereditary. And I got the most sickly feeling after watching that movie, and I got super paranoid that somebody was in my back seat. Like I was gonna look in my rearview mirror and see a silhouette of somebody sitting back there.
Headless girl?
No, not the girl. No, it was just like, it was such a negative
just a crunch
energy.
of a fucking her eating that chocolate bar like a monster.
Well,
she was already screwed before the minute she bit into that. I was like, oh God. Just smack that head off of her, off.
The marketing though for that movie
That's
made it seem like she was going to be like a huge part of the film, and then she actually dies in the first act.
Like, I cheered.
How far is that? You know,
that was an Avengers Endgame level moment for me. That was Cap picking up the hammer. I was like, yes. I stood up and I clapped. It was great.
Why?
Because that little girl is awful. You saw how she bit into that chocolate bar, right? She didn't deserve to live after that.
Okay, but
very low tolerance for crazy people in a horror film. The minute they do something crazy, it's like, nope, you're off the list.
Okay, well, where do you think horror's going now then?
Well, we've got the monster flicks kind of making a comeback. Like,
they're making a comeback.
Did well.
But I feel like we also have like
Ryan Gosling's Wolfman's coming.
Yeah, well, I think we also have like an elevated horror almost, like with like Get Out and Hereditary and Us, even, you know,
or Possessor.
Yeah,
Review Out. But here's my problem with some of those. They go too much with style over substance, and they end up leaving a lot unexplored that could enhance it. Like films like The Exorcist or Poltergeist or
they're pretty straightforward.
Like even Haunting in Connecticut, there's still a level of heightenism, I guess, that they're going for. When with a lot of the independent films, they're more going for one good scare or like one big thing and a very slow build up to those with just little moments in between. Some of the tropes though that are happening now, like there's just always somebody just completely naked standing on the side looking at you. Like that is just a new thing where anytime you're in a horror film, somebody's just walking down the street, but then out in the very corner, you just completely naked, unshaven, just disgust. They don't make any of those people look good. They're nasty, frumpy people every time.
So what,
Just like me, I could be cast in that immediately. Well, like It Follows, right? Every one of those people were naked at one point, and that was very confusing.
Yeah.
It's like
that movie actually had like a really good jump scare though, where
the music was great.
The music's fantastic, but where she's gonna go close the door and that fucking huge ass
big tall dude, right?
Bursts through like out of nowhere. I think that's the thing. So to make a horror film though, like you have to know pacing and you have to have the right editing and the right shots. I mean, you have to have all these elements fall into place in order for it to be effective. And that's not easy. A lot of people think it's easy because it's cheap and like cheap jump scares. But like, I don't know, man. Like if you're good at the craft,
it's cheap if it's made cheap. Like if you're doing jump scares and stuff, but there's some that look cheap, but are actually good. Like Happy Death Day. That's actually a pretty good film.
Yeah. But is that horror? Yeah, it's a slasher.
So it's a slasher.
Yeah. It's kind of like
but then they flip it, make it a little bit more fun. And like, there's nothing wrong with fun. If you're respecting the rules of your universe and you're not trying to, I don't know. I feel like a lot of horror directors sometimes don't realize how much power they have in not going for the jump scare, but going for something like even scarier in a sense.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they just choose, rather than not going for the jump scare, just to continue on and tell that big scare, when I don't think that's really necessary either. You could do a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. Did you by chance see Relic?
What was that one with?
I think it was Australian. It's about the grandma who has dementia.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see this.
You should watch it, man.
Is it out now? Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was going to write a review for your site, and then I totally spaced it.
You should.
I should. I think it's a good movie, but it's one of those ones where it's really slow burn, but there's a lot of interesting shots in there. And like I love when horror movies take a risk at the end where it doesn't end the way you'd expect it. And like, it's almost like the filmmaker is like, well, this is the way it's going to be, so fucking deal with it. And then like, they don't care at all, you know? And I think that has more of a statement than like if it followed the original structure.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. Relic's fun. There's a lot of cool shots in Relic, and like I actually think about it every now and then. It better be on this year's horror list, people.
Ha. Yeah. Dumb people.
You people. But I don't know. I was looking forward to Possessor the most this year. Probably it was going to be Halloween Kills, but seeing as that they were smart to push it back another year. Due to
Are there any horror films coming out now? Aside, well, Hulu has Bad Hair coming, which say what you want about that. I can take it or leave it.
I don't know if The Haunting of Bly Mansion is coming out on Netflix next week.
Oh yeah, that'll be really good.
Yeah. And I like Mike Flanagan personally. I think he's a really good horror film director.
There's one called Amulet.
What's that one about?
Oh, but it looks like it didn't have a lot of good ratings. No. I guess Underwater came out this year. I forgot about that.
Before shit hit the fan.
I know, right? Spree. Yeah, that was kind of a horror film. The Hunt was kind of a horror film too.
Yeah.
The Hunt is being very prophetic now.
Yes.
We might be going into that.
Hansel and Gretel, the remake for that.
Nice.
I liked that one. That was a fun one. The Grudge. We had the Grudge remake.
Mm-hmm.
We also had The Boy 2.
Ugh. Sinister. I think Sinister's awesome. With Ethan Hawke. I think that's a real good one. That when they are doing the slideshow thing and he's turning as it's like, that was a freaky shot. And I loved the found footage scenes of like each murder. Those were terrifying. It was really well done.
Which one got you the most out of all those scenes?
I think the second one.
Which one was that?
Second one, the car.
Yeah.
When they're in the garage. Yeah, that one was freaky.
I think the lawnmower one got me the most.
Oh, where they're just going and suddenly. Oh yeah, you watched Gretel and Hansel too this year, did you?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That movie, the remake. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did like it. It's artsy fartsy. But I liked it because it did have a lot of undertones to it that are relevant to today, which I didn't think it would have. But my biggest complaint is it was cut too short. Like I wanted to see more of it.
Someone's listed I'm Thinking of Ending Things as a horror film. Do you agree with that?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you did.
Thinking of anything?
I'm thinking of Ending Things.
Oh,
you reviewed it.
I did review it. Fuck that movie. It's not a horror film. Nothing about that is horrifying at all. It's lonely and it's sad and it's depressing. It's drama.
Fuck you see that? You son of a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But also, here's
when Chaz watches that film, he just thinks to himself,
shut your mouth. I've had enough of you, you beast.
Yeah, when I watch that film, I actually want to end things.
Oh, you start thinking of ending things. It's happening.
Yeah. Dude, what
There's
about
really
that?
Nothing else for this year.
What about The Happening? Remember that?
Antebellum just came out. Antebellum, a lot of people said. Oh, and Sputnik. I watched. That was actually a pretty good one.
I haven't seen. That's on my watch list. The Wretched came out as well, which is on Hulu. The Lodge. I haven't seen The Lodge yet, but I really like
Baba Yaga.
Oh, I did see The Lodge. Ignore me. I thought it was interesting. I want to see The Rental. That's what I'm talking about.
Rental's not too bad.
Joe Swanson. Swanberg?
Mm-hmm. Look at that. We got so many recommendations for this. Do you like It Chapter 2?
Yes and no.
God damn it. I hate that fucking movie. That was the biggest waste of time.
Have you read the book, though?
Have you ever watched an episode of something and then watch the other episode and you're like, that went nowhere. Where's the next story?
Yeah, I actually have.
That's It Chapter 2.
I have a theory as to why, though.
Because the kids were really profitable and marketable. And so the studio was like, get more shots with those kids.
There's that. But
they're young.
There's a certain writer that's attached to the second one specifically. And everything he touches.
Alex Kurtzman?
Nope.
Who?
Gary Doberman. I have not liked a single movie that like he's singly touched. He did the third Annabelle movie.
Oh, he's done a few Annabelle though. He did Annabelle Creation 2.
Yeah.
He's impartial. He wrote a little bit on It as well.
Yeah, the first one.
The first It, so you got to give him credit there.
But that's more Carrie.
So you're thinking that in the second one they gave him more of writing credibility?
Because that movie suffered so much from what his other movies suffer from.
Because he wrote the screenplay for It.
For Chapter 2, yeah.
For the first one too.
No, he rewrote.
He's listed as screenplay by.
Right, but he rewrote it. It was Carrie. How do you say his last name?
Well, yeah, I know that they started with that, but he's still.
Well, if you read that
screenplay,
have you read the original script from Carrie though?
Mm.
A lot of the elements carry over from that script. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He had something to go off of. The second one, he had nothing to go off of.
And he actually directed Annabelle Comes Home.
Yeah, which I thought was the worst Annabelle entry since the first one. So I'm opinionated. And like, I'm not saying that like he's an awful writer, but like also, come on, Warner Brothers.
Fair enough. There's some people that just don't really get fired. They just are moved to a different position. And those people have to do what they can with them.
Color Out of Space came out this year, which I saw. And when it came out to the Broadway.
Nice.
Relic, Possessor is badass. Extraordinary, we reviewed on your site.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. That's all it really is. There's like not like a lot of stuff this year. Spiral was supposed to come out this year. That new Saw movie was supposed to come out this year. Halloween was supposed to come out this year. But I think the thing with horror movies in general, I think they're more profitable on VOD in some ways, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, because they're made for less money.
Yeah. So I'm surprised.
A lot quicker turnaround. I think Blumhouse could just go to streaming and would probably be okay.
Well, and that's what they're doing with Amazon, correct? They have like, how many movies is it? They're doing like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
6 maybe. But, and the thing with Blumhouse, dude, is like they give you the micro budget and then they make a profit off the box office.
Let's see. Welcome to Blumhouse. They've got Black Box, The Lie, Nocturne, and Evil Eye. When I see Evil Eye, I just think of the Scrubs episode where he's given the evil eye. Have you seen that?
Oh
God. What is this?
What are you doing?
Something.
Hey, help me move this weekend.
We scoff and we walk away.
Trying to give that guy evil eye. Will you clear out of the way? Thank you.
It's like Larry David, but
boy, oh. I love the music that plays.
What else? Oh yeah, Come to Daddy. I also reviewed that on your site with Elijah Wood.
Ooh, nice. So many picks,
but yeah, dude, that's all I got for you.
That's our Halloween episode.
No, this the horror movies this year.
Horror movies of this year episode. I think we talked a lot of cool shit though. I'm glad we get to see your videos.
Yeah, I have vlogs on my YouTube, so if anybody wants to check them out, go for it. But they're kind of cringe. I thought about starting them back up. Fun fact.
I saw some comments, people saying to keep going.
I know. I've teased about it, but okay, here's the thing. So I've noticed this with the podcast as well. The way I tell stories, I use like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually when I get very excited. So it's not even like me being conscious of it, but editing it and like re-listening to stuff, it makes me cringe.
I do that too, though. I have a lot of fillers.
Yep.
Or just a thing going into the thing.
Yeah. And I'll also have the tendency to repeat words. Where I'm like, so you guys want to play? You guys want to play a game?
I want to play a game.
I love Saw. That's such a good movie. The first one, second one's pretty good. Third one's all right. It went from downhill really quick from there. Even though the latest one they did, they brought back a certain character, and I thought that was like, what the fuck? But. Yeah, dude. Halloween's a favorite horror movie for anybody wondering. Michael
That
Myers.
is a good one.
Yeah, well, it's also the movie that got me introduced to like filmmaking because it was done for such a low budget.
Mm-hmm.
And watching the original John Carpenter one, it got me thinking like you could just get a group of friends and make something like that. You know, it's not hard.
Yeah.
It's doable, and that kind of made it fun. And it's a very simple, straightforward film too. It's nothing too complicated about it, you know.
Yeah.
So
I think it's worth it.
Now here's the question, okay? Because I was watching the Scream movies. They're so meta and self-aware. Sequels. Like, where do you stand on sequels? Like, what makes a movie a sequel and when does it not become a sequel?
Oh, what we were talking about on what's it called? Twitter? Yeah. I'll try to look for one so I can put up a good example.
Because somebody on my Twitter did say that like he thinks that all movies are sequels, which is where I think you stood as well. And I
think any movie that's being told under that same flagship name and is carrying over similar stuff, like would you consider a reboot a sequel?
No, remake. That's a remake.
Really? Because I would consider them sequels.
No, dude, because Like, look at Halloween, for example.
Anything that's an addition is a sequel, in my opinion, too.
Well, because like the Halloween Rob Zombie ones restarted the whole thing, right? Then it goes into Halloween, the one from 2018, where that's a direct sequel from the first one, and it wipes clean the whole slate. That's where I'm kind of confused. Is like, okay, well, does that mean Halloween 2 from 1980? Is that still a sequel or no? Like, which one's the true sequel now? You know?
That's why it's just best to call them all sequels. Like, there's just because they're making it too complicated now. I'm just gonna stick with sure. It's another when you're watching stuff, when you're watching people recommend things, they're not saying this is a completely different. It's like it's another Halloween. Another meaning a continuation of that same story theme. Yeah. But it can also be a remake. Like you can call them both. But I think that anything that's still under that name and isn't just a completely different concept is in a sense a sequel, or at least a spirit sequel. Because usually most of those remakes give you like Easter eggs or have some weird like little cameo something from the original. I saw that. Did you see that?
I heard something.
I saw something. I saw something move behind you, dude.
Did you?
Yeah. What did you hear?
It was like a loud bang. I don't know.
Oh. That's creepy.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like down below.
Saw like a wish, and then you turned, and then
whatever.
No,
but seriously, I did hear like a bang. I think it was my downstairs neighbor. But okay, well, because like with Rob Zombie films, I actually like the Rob Zombie remake of Halloween, the first one. I think the second one's kind of too out there, but I don't mind the first one. But like with the newest one, how did you feel about the newest one?
I thought it was fine. I think I watched the original Halloween the same year that the new one came out. And so
for your first
time watching that with it was like, oh, it fits pretty well. This is good.
Was it your first time watching the original though?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, dude. So like
there's the thing. When you're LDS, you're raised in a weird situation. Like, and I can't really say that I wasn't given content that was totally inappropriate. Yesterday I realized that my parents let me watch Chicago at 11 goddamn years old.
I saw that tweet. Yeah.
At 11 years old.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
There's a big reason why I had a huge thing for Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I did not realize it until now.
It wasn't.
Like, oh, so my parents are what did that to me. Okay, cool.
It was at Mask of Zorro.
Ooh, but that was another big one. That was a trigger. That was a trigger for sure. Yep.
Mask of Zorro was like how I knew. Oh, she's cute.
My big takeaway from that is whatever the theme song is that they have. You remember, right? It's like, I want to spend my lifetime loving you. No?
Is that in Zorro?
I believe so. Because they kept using, because that riff is the score. No? Yeah, Zorro, I want to spend my Tina Arena. Let's see. It totally is. I won't play it so you don't get demonetized, but
I'm not getting monetized.
I think that came out. I think that came out at the same time. They did a Batman Forever where they're like, yeah, Seal, you put out your new single. We'll call it a Batman song.
Oof. Oh, it's kind of like what Tenet did with that guy.
Okay. Mine is a way better comparison and it stood the test of time far longer than Travis Scott with Tenet. Sure, he's got a McDonald's order after him, but goddamn Seal. Kiss from a Rose, bro. That's the one reason that Batman Forever is great, because Kiss from a Rose came from that.
I actually have not even listened to the new Travis. I don't know who Travis Scott is. I just know that he's an artist of some sort and he's related to Tenet, but I haven't listened to it. I don't get the McDonald's references at all.
If you like this, you like the Tenet score, no?
Hell yeah, I do, dude.
It's really nice. I listened to it in the car today. It was really good.
But did it hit like Hans Zimmer did?
What?
Did it hit like Hans Zimmer scores with?
Oh, it totally does. It's got some Hans Zimmer. It's got some Black Panther. It's got some Creed. It's got some who's the Junkie XL. It's really good. I like it a lot.
Have you seen the composer? Like what he looks like?
Ludwig Göransson?
Yeah.
What he looks like? Yeah. He's super young. He looks like a healthy Jared Leto.
Yeah, no, seriously, he does. He looks like a fucking hippie. And when he does interviews, he's really like soft spoken and like
Anyone
thought,
that's named Ludwig has some awesome characteristic to him.
well, dude, I thought he was going to be like 50 years old or whatever. He also
You
does.
gotta be badass to be
He
Ludwig.
also does the score for Mandalorian. That little thing. That's how I saw what he looked like. Was he was doing this?
He won an
how
Emmy
came up with
for
the
it.
theme. Yeah, fucking badass. I actually
He's
think
really
he's
good.
Yeah, I think he's a really good composer. But yeah,
Thank goodness for Ryan Coogler for bringing him in.
yeah, Black Panther.
No, Creed. He was in. I think he also did. He do Fruitvale? I doubt he did.
They do Creed. I haven't seen Creed yet, but you know that because with our episode with Val and Jay.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
remember that. Who did it? No, I actually don't think he did do the score for that. But he definitely. Now we're going in a deep dive with Ludwig Göransson. I need to know what he started with. And I promise this is the end. He's from Sweden.
Yes.
Let's see.
Isn't really
Oh shit! He did the score for Central Intelligence. That's funny. He did this. Oh yeah, I forgot. He did the theme for Community.
What?
Give me some more time in a tree. He did that. He did that whole thing.
What?
Yeah. Did you not hear me, or are you seriously? I don't know what you mean. He did Fruitvale Station too. He did some Childish Gambino stuff.
Yeah.
No wonder. He's huge. He did all kinds of stuff. His first was Happy Holidays, which is
We're
not a
about
good looking
composers.
film.
How do you say
He's
his name?
cool though.
Ludwig Göransson.
I call him Ludwig Göransson.
Göransson. 36 years old.
Probably wrong.
Venom. He also did Venom.
He's one Tony away from winning an EGOT. That's insane. And he's done it in a matter of 2 years. That's insane for an accomplishment. What have we done? He also did the music to Venom.
Yep.
Venom.
Here's the thing.
And New Girl?
When you compare stuff like that, where you're like, what have we done with ours? Watching the Jazz game, Donovan Mitchell is younger than both of us.
Shut up, is he?
Yes, he is. He's like
Donovan.
He's two. I think he's 2 years younger than I am.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So
oof. We're ending this. You ended this in a. Oh god, I gotta go lie down. That's rough. That's a horror movie. Just start looking up the ages of people that you think are far further past you, and realize that they're younger than you, and you've wasted your life.
Yeah, Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell both scored over 50 points in a playoff game, in the same game, mind you. And here we are, zooming
a podcast
and doing a podcast. So. Nope, showing you vlogs of ghostly experiences.
Yeah, do they have a vlog where they went into a ghost house? No,
they're probably going around being like, "Here's my mansion."
They only know one thing.
I'm so good at basketball.
Fight me, anyone.
But yeah, okay, that's all I got. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Thanks for having me on again, man.
Oh no, thanks for coming on last second. It's kind of it's a filler episode. It's not nothing like too crazy.
Those filler episodes are the best, like Breaking Bad. The Fly episodes, one of the better.
Ryan Johnson did that. Fun fact. So anybody talks shit, nice. Ryan Johnson.
That fucking explains a lot, doesn't it? The thing we really like about Breaking Bad has nothing to do with what this episode is, but you're still gonna like it.
No. So the good news with that being October, and this will relate to your show, Gaggle of Geeks, is October 30th is a Friday, my good sir.
Yes, it is.
The day before Halloween. So if you want to do something festive.
Yeah, well, we got to think about doing something because
this is Halloween.
We hit 2010 this month. We're on 2007 tomorrow. Next week's 2008, 2009, 2010 will be the last episode of the month, I think.
Let's see. So 2007, 2008, 2000. Nope.
No. Okay.
2011.
It'll start in November. So we should. It'll be 2011.
Yeah. So this week we're doing 2007, right? Next week is the 9th. That's 2008. 16th is 2010. 23rd is 2010.
And the 30th.
2011.
Okay, so let's call the 30th our Halloween episode, because I don't think we should do any more until I have a weird thinking that if we're going to go back into the 90s, we might need like about a month of study time. Because like we lucked out with the 2000s being like we were raised during this, but in the 90s there was a lot of films that maybe we didn't look at. Like we might need to do some homework.
Yeah.
Or maybe just me. Who knows? I'm speaking for both of us.
No, you're not wrong. So yeah, dude, 30. So like 2000. So are we doing 2010 then?
Yeah, we'll do 2010.
Okay, so we'll do 2010, and then we'll do the Halloween. This is Halloween. Everybody scream. Don't hear
That's not the right music. I wasn't sharing it. Whoops. Hold on. Do it again. No.
It's my birthday.
But it's Halloween, not your birthday. Oh, is your birthday coming up?
No.
No?
Nah.
You're so full of shit.
What was that? Oh my God. I saw something behind my I've got to go, Chaz. There's a ghost.
Wait. When's your birthday?
Here. I can't hear you. There's a lot of white noise coming through.
It's not today,
I can't
is it?
hear. This is insane, man. You sound like a poltergeist. Are you sure you didn't draw a Pentecost on the floor where you're sitting and are just pantsless and enjoying being in Satan's cult, you demon boy?
Dude,
that sounded harsh. That was too harsh.
You demon boy.
Listen to me!
Dude, just like, yeah, I mean, look, maybe you should make a new game where you take porn noises and phrases where they're like, oh, look how big that is. And you turn it to like a disgruntled, like, oh, look how big that is.
I don't think that's a segment. I don't think we can do anything with that.
You don't think we can?
I don't think that's up our alley. No, I think we've already insisted not to send pornographic images or even if it's softcore porn that Chaz insists the people put on their lock screens and home screens if they lose competitions with our show. I just don't think we haven't found the right, I guess, vehicle to drive those. You know?
Nobody knows about that bet on this show.
Yeah, but now there's a tease for the fourth time I come back where we're gonna have to do it live so that people will start asking questions.
Like, what's that? Oh,
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, dude.
We're Geeks tomorrow.
Yeah, where can people find you?
Oh, PatrickBeattyReviews.com and everything under that. We pretty much attach everything to that website. So follow it and then you'll follow the rest.
I love that. I will be in the show notes. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and same with the podcast.
Yeah,
and I tune in to Gaggle of Geeks every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Is that the new time?
6:30 p.m. But maybe it'll change. Who knows? We've been pretty good at 6:30. Do you like it so far?
I do like it.
Do you think we've been getting a little bit more people coming in?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, keeping it at 6:30.
6:30 right now.
Coming off of work and they're able. 3:30 probably wasn't very good because it's just like some of us are still working.
It was just
stuff like that.
Let's just do it to like fucking 2:00 in the morning.
That would be fun. Just a marathon live stream.
Yeah, why not? Charity.
We could do watch parties. Why not do some watch parties? I've got the chair right here. I've got the screen right here. We'd probably not be able to show the screen, but
that's how you get demonetized real quick.
Yep, pretty much.
So, all right. Well, yeah, tune in to Gaggle of Geeks. Tune in Fridays. Great fun show where Patrick nerds the fuck out. And we all nerd.
And Chaz makes me feel bad about my decisions on what I like.
Do I?
And then I make him feel bad about attacking my decisions. And then we just end up fighting each other for half the episode while our guests look on terrified.
I don't think we've done that, have we?
Oh, yeah, we get around to it. It's good. It's fun. We have fun.
We have fun.
The fucking brethren, you motherfucker!
Yeah, no, we have fun. Great show. Tune into that. Tune into patrickbeattyreviews.com for all the latest news and reviews and let's see how that rhymes.
Blues.
Reviews and the blues. Patrick sings the blues. Fun fact. He's a folksy guy.
And the clues and while we're drinking the booze. How about ooh, there we go.
Boom. All right. Patrick, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you.